I'm Gabriella Jukes, Miss Wales 2019, and you're watching the Pageant and PJs podcast.
Good evening. I almost said good morning. It's good morning for me. Good evening, everyone. Sorry that we're late. Certain people had technical issues. Not Gabriella. Everyone else. And it's been a hot mess trying to get on. But we are on. It's Pageants and PJs, I believe, number 56. And our special guest, as I mentioned, is Miss Wales 2019, Gabriella Jukes. Gabriella, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm really good, thank you. How are you all doing?
We're good.
Well,
All good.
I think we're all going a little bit crazy. Gabby, how have you been dealing with lockdown? I mean, you saw our episode with Emma, and Emma's obviously on the edge of insanity, I think. If it wouldn't be unkind to say, how are you dealing with it? Are you dealing with it a little bit better?
I suppose I've been trying to keep myself busy with uni work and everything, but I'm still doing everything from home at the moment, which is a bit frustrating because my course is very practical because I'm doing sport broadcasting, so I need to be out there, filming things. So to be stuck at home is not ideal. But other than that, it's the same as everyone else, really. I'm just getting a bit bored and fed up of it. But what else can we do? Yeah.
I don't know. What else can we do?
Exactly.
You guys at the moment, I don't think there's anything that you can do. You started your own podcast as well, so why don't you tell us about that? And then I can show people the Instagram handle and they can jump on as well. But tell us about your new podcast.
So, like you just mentioned, I'm doing a sport broadcasting course. And for a while, really, I've been wanting to start a podcast based on women in sport. And before I even started the course, I remember messaging my lecturer saying that how do I start one, because I had no idea like where on earth to start, because there's so much involved, isn't there? So then after a few months of being on the course, I've plucked up the courage to actually start one, and I messaged one of the girls, Darcy, who's on the course with me, and see if she wanted to come on board. We just decided to make a podcast to celebrate all of the amazing women that are in the sports industry, because we think that they don't get enough recognition, I think. There's so many amazing stories out there, and we just want to get that across and to find out how people in the industry got to where they were as well, got to where they are today, and find out what their jobs are like and that sort of thing, really. So it's going really well so far. I'm having a ball. It's called She Has a Goal in Mind as well. There it is.
So here's the Instagram, A Goal in Mind podcast, and the link to the Spotify is in the link to the bio. Here's this familiar face that we've had on many times. One of Danielle's good friends, Sarah Davies. So who are the three? I mean, we know Sarah, but do you want to walk us through?
So the first one is Lauren. So Lauren Jenkins is a Welsh sports reporter and presenter. You may have seen her if you're a fan of rugby. She's always on the rugby channels presenting and reporting sport. So she was our first guest. She's quite well known in Wales for her job and her skills and everything. So she was very interesting to speak to because she's doing a job that I would like to go into. So it was interesting to hear how she got to where she is today. And then Mika Moore is another Welsh athlete. She actually started off as an athlete doing sprinting, I think it was. And then something happened to her, unfortunately, and she had to stop that. And she decided to go into bobsleighing, which was like, it was crazy to hear her story. And she competed in the Olympics, in the Winter Olympics for Great Britain, in the bobsleigh. So she has a very interesting story, and she also won Total Wipeout, which was amazing to hear about.
I love Total Wipeout.
And she won it and at such a young age as well. So, and she's going into presenting, I think, now as well, because she did the same course that I did, that I'm doing. Wow. So so that's number two. And then of course there's Sarah Davies then, because she's obviously an incredible woman, isn't she, Sarah? Her story is insane, and the things that she's doing right now at the moment in her weightlifting and the things that she's campaigning for she's such an inspirational person. So she was lovely to have on the podcast as well. But we've got plenty more amazing women coming up as well. I think we've got about 10 episodes lined up so far, and I think it could go well. Like I said, there's so many amazing stories out there, so we just want to tell them to the world. So I'm having fun so far.
And this is a podcast on Spotify. There you go.
Yeah.
That's,
it's such a long process to edit and everything. It doesn't take up so much time.
I feel your pain. This is why I just go live, because as stressful as it might be, as in today, once we start, I don't edit anything because it's live. So there you go. On Spotify, she has a goal in mind. Gabby, how have you found the whole process of starting and recording a podcast? Have you taken to it like a duck to water, or has it been challenging?
To be honest, so far it's been quite easy, I think, to record and get the hang of it. That side has been okay. It's just the editing. The first few times was a bit tricky, and it took me quite a while to do. But now I'm getting into it, and it's getting a bit quicker now. So, in all honesty, I haven't had any issues yet. Fingers crossed I won't have any. But it's all going well so far, and we've had good responses from everyone that's listened so far as well on social media and everything, and good feedback from my lecturers, and people from the BBC have messaged to say that they've listened. So it's good things have been said about it so far, which is exciting, really, because I just wanted to do it really on the side. To enhance my skills as well from my course. But it's taken off quite well, so I'm pleased.
And you're quite sporty yourself. I mean, I remember you almost got your black belt, didn't you, in karate, amongst other things?
Yeah, I've done a few sports through my time. I've done karate, did netball, horse riding, athletics. So I've done quite a bit of sport. I've always been involved in sports since I was very young, but until then I went to like college and uni and everything. I kind of dwindled out of it. Still did netball, but then other things like took up my time, and it was hard work to keep focusing on doing a sport full time and going to uni and everything. It's hard to juggle them all, really.
I'm just thinking and realizing now, because I'm so smart, you're actually almost the polar opposite to Emma. She can't do sport to save her life. You can. She strikes me as the sort of person who can't keep her mouth shut when she probably should. You can. Your accents are different. She's brunette, you're blonde, so it's kind of got two opposites here.
Yeah, I suppose in a way.
Yin yang.
And Gabby, can you share, please, your account of the night that Emma and Danielle, because I know you saw that episode, and then you realized, hey, they're talking about me. From your perspective, when Emma said that you were slumped in the corner, which was probably the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I think we were both keeping you up.
Well, I was trying to think, like, you came in, obviously we started chatting, and then hours and hours and hours. I think Emma was the same. We both like sat up, and then we were like slowly like sinking, and then I remember you were like, right, you're both pretty much like in bed, so I better go.
Yeah, you two were both in your beds, like, and because obviously I've got insomnia, I can talk till the cows come home at night. So I start seeing the eyelids going. I'm like, I think that's my cue to leave, guys.
And it was like 3 a.m. or something, or 2 a.m.
It was so ridiculous.
It was quite late. So, but yeah, I know it was a fun night. I was listening. It wasn't as if I was sleeping. I was.
No, you were contributing. Well, you were contributing.
Yeah. I just sometimes I take it all in, but nothing comes out.
So Danielle, when did you realize that the other two had actually fallen asleep and you were talking to yourself?
It was when Emma started getting a bit quieter. when Emma was just starting to nod.
Just nodding.
And then it's like, okay, yeah, bedtime. But it was funny because me and Emma were like guns blazing with each other, like And poor Gabby was probably sitting there being like, what on earth are these two? Like, I don't know what it is. Me and Emma really were just giving it some.
Yeah.
We were doing like impressions, and we were just going a bit crazy for it.
It was funny though.
What impressions were you doing?
All sorts, all different ones. We were doing like pageant walks. So like our pet peeves. So like I always say, my pet peeve of a pageant walk is like arm swinging. So I was like doing impressions of like arm swinging walks, and Emma was up walking, and it was a fun night.
And poor Gabby is just trying to get some sleep there, and you won't let her get to sleep, poor girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dear me. Gabby Kev here has said, I love the way Gab says sprinting.
Sprint. Oh, here we go. People are going to make me say words now and then. Sprinting.
This is
Sprinting.
this is what happens to Gabriella every time. Like last time she jumped on with me, she was talking about how in the group chat they were making her say words. What's that? Can I remember? Like almond was one.
Almond, yeah, that was one.
Oh.
They got you to say discombobulated.
Yeah.
Bath.
How can you
How do
remember?
you say bath? How do you say bath?
Bath. I don't know if it's any different. Bath.
Bath?
Going in the bath.
Yeah.
Bath?
I
don't
said
know.
bath.
Bath.
Yeah, but I mean that's
you said the same as me.
that's the
Yeah.
only difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know people sometimes. Erica is tuning in saying, hey, all from South Wales.
Hello.
Excuse me.
Hi.
But yeah, I don't know why. I was listening. The one thing that I do pick up with your accent, Gabriella, but I don't know if it's the same with Emma. When you say beauty, for example, it comes out, it's the EU like, sound. It sounds more like booty.
Booty.
Yeah.
Booty,
Which,
yeah.
Does Emma say the same thing? Does she also say
booty? I think so. I think she says the same as me, booty.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because sometimes I need to do a double take because when I hear that, normally the sentence is, and I'm really into booty. So it just comes out and it just said like, what? You're all beauty. Okay, got that one. That's the only thing I picked up. I can't do a Welsh impersonation. Danielle, do you want to give it a go? I mean, Gabriella's here.
What should I don't know. Hello, everybody. My name is Danielle Latimer, and I absolutely love beauty.
That was quite good.
She sounds like Emma, though. She sounds like Emma.
Yeah, it is, I think. Yeah, it sounds like Emma a bit. Well, that was a really good Welsh accent.
It is harder to do your accent. She's just been going around the last 2 weeks pretending to be Emma Jenkins, going to the store, introducing herself as Emma Jenkins.
But the thing is, I can get away with it down here. It's fine. People don't know I'm from London. I can just put on the accent. But although I'm in Pageant, which is like just next to Cardiff, so the accent here is slightly different to the one. That's
it's like different everywhere, isn't it? There's like slight differences on them.
Yeah.
We've talked about this many times on the podcast. It still blows my mind that how many different, at least recognizable accents there are in the UK. Danielle always says that she can really tell where someone is from London, even like a couple of streets, right? Literally one suburb is one way and then another suburb, you can actually hear a difference.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can totally get, like literally across the road, if you're in a different like catchment area, if you're in a different borough, I can tell instantly whereabouts you are from. And when I listen to people's accents now, say for example they've moved to America but they're British, I can still tell in my ear whereabouts in Britain they're from. It's crazy.
Wow.
I think we're like that in Wales. We can tell from what like county everyone's from. Yeah.
So roughly, okay, so let's say in Wales, Gabby, how many different accents roughly would you say that there are?
There's so many. Like there's Talbot has an accent. Swansea will have a different accent completely. Like Rhondda, which is more in the valleys, will have a different accent. Carmarthen, honestly, like North Wales is completely different again.
Yeah,
there's so many different accents in Wales.
Aberystwyth.
Aberystwyth. There's so many.
That's Cardiff, a word I've always looked at and been too scared to try to pronounce. Although I'm scared to try to pronounce Welsh words as it is, because when I looked at Cardiff spelled in Welsh, I was like, that's not what I thought it was. Chloe, what about Ireland? Are there that many accents in Ireland?
Oh, there's lots. You've probably noticed this from the Miss Universe Ireland Games night. We've got the likes of Evelyn, who's from Cork. Hers is completely different from
Evelyn
mine.
Evelyn is that one I've always thought of as a
Southern.
33 and a turd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like proper Irish. And then we have like Nadia is from Oma. Her accent's slightly different from mine. Then we have girls like Eden's from the Belfast area. She's slightly different. And then even people in Donegal. And then we have like kind of like the Culture accents as well. So like the people, you just kind of get that bit of a farmer tinge to their accent. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. But they're like, yeah, boy, you kind of know when you hear it's like, yeah, they just kind of have like a farmer tinge to their accents. You have those. So yeah, Belfast, Derry, like Cork, Dublin's different again. I always find that there's this one place and everyone sounds Scottish. Where is it?
I thought you got confused for being Scottish all the time. Isn't that what you said?
No,
Everyone
there's
thinks you're
this
Scottish?
one part. There's this one part in Northern Ireland, and everyone's Ballymena. Everyone in Ballymena sounds Scottish. It is crazy. Like they sound more Scottish than they do Irish. It is bizarre. So like it's just these Irish people with very thick Scottish accents. It's so strange.
Can I've asked this before, but can anyone tell me, even if you're watching, can anyone tell me why the UK has so many different accents? Because in Australia, a nation of 20 million people, it's basically everyone sounds Australian and it's just, okay, sounding a little bit stronger. So I have a very mild Australian accent. That's also because I work with a lot of you guys, so I picked up a lot of it. Whereas, you know, the g'day mate and how you going, that it's just broader Aussie. Yeah, okay. No one actually says that, Chloe. Just so we're clear, the stereotypes, you know, a shark in the water. No, and we don't say
Crocodile Dundee
because we call it prawns. Yeah. But it's all broadly speaking the same accent, right? So can anyone tell me why the UK has so, like, it's almost a miracle any of you can understand one another.
I think we create like little subcultures within each area.
Yeah.
It is bizarre. Like when you go to Newcastle and Liverpool, and everyone's so different. It's crazy.
Even the way you hold yourself as well, like how there's a certain look as well that goes with it. So, for example, you go up to Newcastle on a night out. There's definitely going to be a stark difference in what people wear and how they style themselves in Newcastle, how they would do if they're going out on a night out in London. And same for every single suburb around in the UK. Everyone's got their own thing.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. If you do have your own accent, you would have your entire own subculture and how you. There's my cat. How you dress, and do the different subcultures have different foods? Does it go that far?
Yeah,
I think so, isn't it? Everyone has like their own traditional sort of foods and meals and stuff. Especially like Wales. I know we're like different country to England, but yeah, we have our own meals and
you've got
foods.
Welsh cakes down here. You can't get Welsh cakes in England.
I do love Welsh cakes.
Barabryth cake.
Yeah, we've got cowl. Cowl, which is like it's like a big stew soup.
And even just in East London, we have the pie and mash shop. Pie and mash and liquor is a thing, and that's usually found East London area. You don't really find it West London. It was seen as like a poor man's food, but it was like a hearty meal, warm pie with your mash, and then you'll have like a parsley sauce, which is a liquor, and it's usually just found in kind of like the poorer parts of London.
What about eels, Danielle?
And jellied eels.
The jellied eels.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you won't find that anywhere else really in the UK. You couldn't go to a pie and mash shop and get jellied eels anywhere else in the UK. It's a real like Cockney cultural thing. And it's the same for subcultures everywhere.
If anyone has seen how they kill and fillet eels, I don't recommend watching it.
I don't recommend either.
I was going to say
I'm not
it'd turn
an
you
eel person.
vegetarian, but you wouldn't even be able to be pescatarian after watching it. But I am tempted to try eel. I mean,
Well,
I don't
next
know why.
time you're
Like, I do
down,
like it in.
I'll take you to the
I
Plymouth
do like
shop.
it in Japanese. In Japanese food, there's grilled eel, and it's a lot nicer than I thought it was. So part of me is just going, well, I might actually like eel. It's just the look of it looks like a snake.
But because this is
the
in
water.
gelatin and it's cold,
Yeah.
not the best.
Sounds disgusting, I think.
Well, you can heat them up, obviously, but yeah.
I mean, I need to try haggis at some point, but a proper haggis, not a vegetarian haggis like
You know, the
Freya
little
was
haggis
talking
that,
about.
that Chloe can eat one of those.
No.
Not that one. No, I don't. No, that one with the afro. Chloe, were you trying to say something before? I think we were all talking
it
over
was
you.
just whenever we were talking about like food and stuff in the UK, and we were talking about different accents and different cultures, and I had this weird feeling. I've only ever had it sometimes when I visit my dad. My grandparents were from a small town in between Wolverhampton and Birmingham called Dudley, so it's quite small. Yeah, and I also get this vibe in Wolverhampton as well, that it almost feels like the town centres are stuck in the past. But where I got this vibe the most is Newport in Wales. When I went to watch Miss Universe Great Britain last year, I was like looking around me and I was like, am I in 2004? It was almost like the vibe in the shops, the shop windows, like
then you
the
need to
style
visit
of
the
everything,
Davies.
people, the fashion. I'm like, am I in 2004? What is going on here? It was just the strangest vibe ever, because I feel like here in like Northern Ireland, people are very with the times. Even like, you know, the high streets and the fashion and everything, like people are kind of with it here. And then whenever I was in Newport, it was just almost like there was nothing wrong with it. It was just very different. It just almost felt like I was in the past, and it was so strange, because I was actually saying to my friends that I was there, I was like, does it almost feel like we're in the early 2000s? And then we made up this crazy conspiracy theory that Newport got taken over by aliens and they're all stuck in the early 2000s. So
What made it feel that it was stuck in the early 2000s?
I don't
Was it the
know.
shops that were there? Was
Everything,
it
Something new. Do you know what I mean? Although there are some new developments happening now.
They started having new things, haven't they? But
but if you felt like you were behind the times in Newport, hun, you need to go into the valleys, because you'll be in 1994, because there's all like
not much
that kind
there,
of 1950s buildings, and nothing has really changed too much in these areas. Or go to the Cotswolds and you'll feel like you're in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Dear me. Okay, well, that's a brief tour of the UK. Take your pick. Kev here has said, in all honesty, Gabs is one of my favourite Miss Words I've ever photographed.
Thank you.
Alison has said, hi, my beautiful niece. You're doing great. Can't beat the Welsh accent.
Oh, thank you.
Gabriella, I'm not going to make you do it, but are you able to do any impressions? I mean, Danielle and Emma were spending the whole night doing them.
I'm not the best, to be honest. I think I remember when we went to Miss World, I was really friendly with Miss Scotland, Karen, Lauren, Miss Northern Ireland, and Lucy, which is Miss New Zealand, and we all tried to copy each other's accents. So, you know, I give it a go. I think the best one would probably, well, I wouldn't say it's the best one. I can just about do a bit of a Scottish one, but it's probably rubbish.
Give it a go then. It can't be worse than mine, honestly.
Oh,
Danielle
God.
keeps giving me grief about my Scottish accent.
It's terrible.
Go for
it. Terrible.
Thank you.
Right, I'll try now. Okay. I'm gonna stop laughing. Okay. My name's Gabriella Jukes and I'm from Edinburgh in Scotland.
That's amazing.
That was pretty good.
That's the only thing I can say though. I can't say anything else.
I was not expecting that. My brain just...
That's incredible.
Glitch. There's a glitch in the Matrix there.
Yeah. I don't think
Are
I
you
can
sure
do anything.
Olivia didn't just jump in and say that? Or Amy?
I mean, there've been a few people do impressions and your brain just doesn't work because you're looking at the face and the sound coming out is a mismatch. Like Emma doing her Queen's English last time, that was very bizarre. We had Olivia McPike on once, and she started doing an English accent. That was really bizarre. And that I think takes the cake. That was really good. I don't know what you're worried. How much have you practiced that?
Oh, well, that's the only sentence I can say. So.
I know, but as someone who can't do a Scottish accent, how much did you practice that?
Oh, not that often. I don't think. I don't go around practicing my Scottish accent.
A few years until it finally came in handy.
I just remember when we were at Miss World, we were all sat there one day because we were just sitting waiting around, and we just all started copying each other. So that was the only time. Yeah.
Were you able to copy the New Zealand accent at all? Because I can't do that one.
I don't think
the New Zealand accent. No, it's a really weird.
I don't even know where to start with the New Zealand. Yeah.
No, so cricket, right? Cricket, and you hit a 6. So there was this New Zealand commentator commentating on the cricket, and the one thing that the Kiwis say, they don't say fish and chips, it's fish and chops. So in the cricket, it was a big hit over mid-wicket for 6. It was the strangest sentence I've ever heard. That's the only thing I know about New Zealanders, but it's a very difficult accent to do.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is difficult.
You want to give it a go, Gabriella? You don't have to.
I'm trying to think what to say.
Don't put the girl on the spot. Stop being mean. She's done a Scottish for you.
I'm not putting her on the spot. She actually wants to do this. You can tell because she's been watching you and Emma do all these impersonations, and she wants to show.
Just for tonight to come on and do my accent. No, I can't think of what to say in New Zealand. I don't know where to start with it.
No, it's okay. Now, Lucy here said that she hates her accent. I was saying to Danny, even though me and Imogen live about 15 minutes from each other, we sound so different. Yeah, you guys all sound different from one another. It's like you don't speak the same language. A bread roll is called different things over the UK too.
Oh, let's not get into this one. This comes up every week. It's a bread roll.
No, a roll is the one that like it's rolled up and you have to cut it in the middle, and it's like a hot dog bun shape. Not hot dog bun shape.
That's a hot dog bun.
No, a bread roll. It's like hard and crispy, and you get it with your
I
shape
see that.
and
bread roll, it would be crispy.
Yeah, and then
I would say
you
bap as well, I think.
that's a bap. That is a bap. The big round bap.
Bacon bap.
Oh, are we specifying whether it's soft or hard now? Are we? Because he doesn't specify there.
Yeah, a roll is like hard, and like you cut it open, and then you put your butter in the middle.
Kevin, thank you for this. Have you seen what you've started? We now have another topic that sets people off, apart from jam and cream on scones. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea. Another thing that pineapple on pizza. Now we have a bread roll. I've heard bap. I thought that was a UK
I've never
thing.
heard of a cob. What's a cob? I've never heard.
I think it's a
That's
bap.
corn on the cob.
Yeah, we can call the cob.
A bun, a roll. So if here in Australia, if you go bread roll, a hot dog roll would be called a hot dog roll or hot dog bun.
Bun.
Yeah, because it's long. You're not going to confuse it with anything. So that's called a hot. If you go to the supermarket, you'd ask for hot dog buns. If you ask for a bread roll here in Australia, you would get the one that Chloe was talking about, and the one that you cut with a knife. But it could be hard.
We cut both with a knife.
Yeah.
No, a bread roll is the
hard one, and then and then a
baguette. A mini baguette is a bread roll.
Yeah.
But a baguette is a baguette.
Baguette is a baguette.
No, but a mini baguette, it's like the same texture as a baguette, but it's mini. Yeah, and you get it with your soup. Yeah.
This is where it gets so confusing, because you're like, we call a baguette a bap, and it's like, but you know the word baguette because you just called it a baguette. So why don't you call it a baguette? Why are you calling a baguette a bap? I'm again.
No, a bap is a bap. Yeah, the big round soft one.
Soft one. That's what you do. That's what you. This is my sensory movement. It's soft.
You look like you're about to do ventriloquism now. I'm a bap. I'm a soft one.
Yeah, what she's talking about is the one that looks like a burger bun, but it's not a burger bun, but it's a bap.
Okay.
I call that a burger.
Settled.
Like a burger.
No.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, bap.
Chloe, I just want to say,
it's a roll.
I've never seen, Danielle, Chloe so fired up about any topic before.
I know. Don't get started on her carbs.
You're getting super passionate about this bread roll discussion.
Sorry.
She's got all of her bread rolls lined up at home,
No,
labelled.
I'm not saying it to be sorry. I'm saying this is amazing. There's always one topic that will set anyone off.
Yeah, Danielle is
good,
a
like-
scone.
And the scones.
Danielle is a jam and cream.
I'm the bad
Gabriella, you're very sensible. So I'm imagining you're probably. I was going to say you're like me, but no, everything sets me off. Is there anything that sets you off, Gabriella?
Not that I can think of. Not in particular. We'll see if anything pops up. No.
Well, Emma
No,
was
actually,
saying.
I would say the scone thing. It's a scone or a scone. So that was one thing I would
Scone,
say.
not scone.
A scone, isn't it? Yeah.
Scone is
yeah.
American,
Scone,
right?
scone. Scone.
No,
The Americans say
Scones.
scones.
I don't know what they say.
I don't
Some
know.
people. Well, yeah, it's a scone. Yeah.
The Americans are a special batch. They say aluminum, which I don't. Why is it aluminum?
Aluminum.
No.
Spelt aluminum.
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Oh,
There's an I in there.
aluminium. No.
They say it different.
No, Did you say aluminium? Is
Aluminium, yeah.
aluminum?
Aluminum.
Yeah, the Americans say it as
No.
aluminum. They also say
I've
math
never heard that.
rather than
Mhm.
maths. It's math. And they
Math.
say herbs.
Math.
They just
Herb.
randomly suddenly become French and say herb.
Herb.
Herbs.
Herbs.
Do you want ranch with that? That's what I remember from last time when I was in Hawaii.
Ranch with your herbs.
I was a vegan at the time. I was having lots of salads, and every time I was trying to have a salad, it's like, do you want ranch with that? And I had no idea what ranch
What do you mean?
was.
What is the
Ranch.
What is it? What's a ranch?
What's ranch?
Ranch dressing.
Well, as a
Oh,
vegan, I
dressing.
can't
Right,
have
okay.
it. It's a very. It's basically the thing that Americans need to have on salads to eat salads. It's very, very heavy. It's almost like a mayonnaise. I'm imagining it's not very good for you, but it's the one thing that could take a salad, the healthiest thing you could have, and make it not very healthy.
healthy.
And they will always, again and again and again and again. But I'm remembering because Emma was saying about you, Gabby, that you're the sort of person who just stands there watching, taking it all in, and then you just say something. I think she said savage was her. I mean, I don't think you could probably tell us, but what sort of things are you saying? You're just observing, and
I
then you're
don't
just
know.
like,
I think I am quite like that. Some people think I'm really quiet, but it's not that I'm quiet. It's just that I'm observing and watching what everyone's like saying. I don't know. I don't know what I said was
And then what
savage.
she comes out with is concise and to the point and so effective.
well, as Emma said, savage. Kev's still going here about bread rolls.
Kev's still going. Who put
Oh,
a
no.
penny in you?
I always seem to start the
What's that?
discussions. To me, it's a bap.
A bat.
A small baguette can be called a torpedo.
No, what planet are you on, pal, mate? Torpedo is a missile underwater.
I'm amazed at
Danny,
you
I
guys
love
can
whenever
actually- What?
when your Cockney accent comes out to play, like she just sounded so
Yeah.
like
No,
sometimes
mate. That's all.
You never know
I
what you're
love
going
when
to
it
get
comes
from
out.
Danielle. It depends what mood she's in.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. The other thing I wanted to ask Gabriella, because I did watch the interview back. Tea. Are you still a teaholic? A teaholic?
Yeah. Still a teaholic. Yeah, I
Are
drink
you still
so
on
many
the
cups a
English
day.
breakfast?
Yeah, with some soya milk. But yeah, I'm still on the tea. I can't help myself.
So that
Tea
hasn't
is like
changed.
makes everything better, doesn't it?
It does. Like anything
It does.
happens. Have you seen that
Gonna
meme
come
with Gemma
over.
Collins? Like tea is it's a hearty gesture, innit? It's like it's like giving someone a grand, innit? And she's like, oh, okay. I was in Big Brother where with Tiffany, who's obviously American, she's like offering a cup of tea is the heartiest thing you can do.
Yeah.
It's like, can I
it
give
makes
you a
everything
grand?
better.
Yeah.
that
If there's
year,
anything
Big Brother.
anything that's gone down, if there's any like, bad news you get, put the kettle on.
Yeah.
Or it just makes everything better.
Yeah,
Does
that's
it
true.
really though? Does it really?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Just
You break
while you're
your
drinking
arm.
it, and then
Get some
Just have a
choppy
cup of tea.
hobnobs. You get the chalky hobnobs and everything in your life
Yeah,
is better.
forget about
What?
everything.
The chalky hobnobs.
Comforting, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
What's chalky hobnobs?
Chocolate hobnob.
chocolate hobnob. Yeah, I'm with you on the chocolate hobnob train.
What's a hobnob?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
What's
like
a hobnob?
it's a biscuit.
It's a biscuit. I can imagine as an Australian hearing that.
It's like the only biscuit. It's the only biscuit I like. I don't like normal biscuits.
really?
They're-
Oh, I love
Yeah,
biscuits.
I think it's because it's made with like oats or something.
oats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you said chalky hobnobs, I thought you were talking about some kind of stove. Because, like the hob. I thought you were saying chuck it on the stove. I'm like, what? And then it's a biscuit. I don't even. Okay, hobnobs. Okay. I can't deal.
I
We
must
should call
send you
this
for
the
a
cultural
pack.
confusion podcast because I have no idea what's going on.
I
So,
always forget
chalky
this. I
hobnobs
always
is a
forget you don't have
biscuit.
certain things.
Yeah, chocolate hobnobs, but you just say chalky for short. Here, kind of like a
I
chalky.
like chalky. If you just said chocolate, if you said chalky, I would have understood. But was it chalky hobnobs, which just like what's that? I swear, I'm just going to stop asking because I have no idea about anything, especially when it comes to food. So
I feel like taking you to Tesco's would be a real educational experience.
I remember when I was at Miss World, that's all I drank was tea every night. So I got everyone used to come to my room to drink tea, and they never tried digestive biscuits, chocolate digestives. So I obviously give them some, and then they kept coming and taking them every night.
Oh,
We need some more.
Digestive biscuits, yeah. They never tried them before, so everyone was loving the biscuits and tea. I started something.
Oh, that's the same
I
with
know
all
what
of
a
my.
digestive biscuit is. I've never quite understood why it was called a digestive biscuit. I always assumed it was
I don't know.
something to help your digestion, but I don't think no. Anyone know why it's called a digestive?
I've got a clue.
To Google. Anyone that's watching, go and Google and let us know in the comments why they're called digestives.
But maybe don't let us know in the comments because you'll probably start another argument.
I actually can't pronounce the name of the brand that sells the digestives.
McVitie's.
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 You're not going to put too many T's in there.
What you drink with it?
Oh, with the digestive?
Yeah, McVitie's.
Oh, McVitie's. Okay.
There you go.
There you go. McVitie's.
McVitie's.
So cute, Chloe. McVitie's.
Digestive.
The internet's got a glitch in it. You just got McVitie's. Gabriella's just going, for once people aren't making fun of how I say things. They're making fun of somebody else when they say things. This is how it feels. Oh, God. Here we go. It's a normal Monday night. Have you tried the digestives with caramel?
Yes. Yeah, they're good.
Absolutely.
Clearly, if a digest...
Lovely.
It throws me off so much because it sounds like booty. It's a booty. So I'm interested in booty. A beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, here we go.
Booty.
Chalky hobnob is the
Chalky
SAS
hobnob.
biscuits.
Yes.
Dunk them away and they never break up. They're rock hard.
Rock hard.
What does SAS say?
No, but I like the sound of
it's
a
like
British
strong.
special.
Yeah, like the best.
Top
Strongest.
artists, the strongest of the strong
elite.
from the
Top
army.
of the top.
Elite biscuits.
Elite biscuits. They're rock hard. I don't like the sound of that. I feel my teeth would break, but okay. Can I come food shopping with Adrian too, Danny?
Come on,
I have no idea what's going on. I'm just going to I'm going to be one of those people who's taking photos of everything, and people will be going past me wondering what the hell is wrong with him. Why is he taking photos of biscuits? And Danny would be like, it's all right. He's from Australia.
I'll be going around. When you pick
I'm
up
so
like
sorry.
certain items and you make puns out of them.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be doing that.
Okay. I'm not doing this anymore. I cannot survive a night with Danny Latimer on the puns.
Adrian,
No.
I sprung a leak.
No.
Adrian, there's a shrimp on the Barbie.
I'm going to become like Gabby now. I'm going to say nothing and just observe you. And then after observation, I'm just going to say one word. And that will be it. That'll be it. And then I can be savage as well. Danny, are you drinking out of your flower vase?
That's my flower vase. Mate, this is, keeps me blooming.
God. Is that the same one that you used to perform dental work on yourself?
Yeah, this is the exact one I think I almost knocked my tooth out with. That made a really good ting noise. I remember when you tagged me in that video afterwards, I was like, oh, that was a good sounding noise, even though my tooth did nearly break.
Yeah. Here we go. Lucy's done the Google. The Google.
Oh.
Two
Aid
Scottish
digestion.
digestion.
Oh.
That's what it says on the tin.
Tacit properties. Okay.
McVitie's.
They're selling biscuit in the UK.
I used to think it was McVitie's.
McVitie's.
That's what I thought you were going to say. McVitie's. I got to say though, if it has caramel in it, I don't think it's good for digestion anymore. So, and tacit properties due to the use of sodium bicarbonate. Interesting.
Isn't that
Adrian,
salt?
next time. No, that's sodium. Sodium chloride.
That's the one.
Sodium bicarbonate is a base, so it's the one where you add it. It's, they make the
you brush teeth with.
Sometimes,
yeah.
But they make the volcanoes, those science fair volcanoes. They mix, I think it's sodium bicarb, baking soda.
Baking soda.
Vinegar.
Baking soda.
And then, what's that one? Adrian, next time you come to the UK, you need to go to all the. No, I don't need to go to all the supermarkets. What makes you think I want to go to the UK to see supermarkets? Can I get a better offer than I'll show you all the
Right.
Oh, here we
Everyone
go.
in the comments below, pick what type of supermarket you can picture Adrian shopping at. I'm just going to put it out there. No, he's a Waitrose. I have you know.
Yeah.
He's a Waitrose. Yeah, Gabby agrees.
So
I
Aldi.
don't go to Aldi here, Chloe. I've never been to
Ocado, man.
I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I actually only just discovered Aldi for the first time like a few weeks ago, and now I love it. Yeah,
Aldi and Lidl. You go in Lidl for a pint of milk, and you come out of
everything.
The little ice cream
a baseball
the best.
Isn't that what Aldi is? Aldi here in Australia, you walk in and the first thing you see is like a mobile lawnmower. Like a ride-on lawnmower.
Yeah, they're really similar. Aldi's and both.
They have all these brands that look exactly like they are knockoffs.
The real ones.
Yeah.
The logo and the color looks exactly the same, but then it just has a different name. That's how
the Weetabix are identical. I just got them the other week, and I swear, exact same. Like, why buy normal Weetabix when Aldi's are the exact same? Like, I don't get it. I'm gonna go to Aldi for the rest of my life now. It's just game changing. Ice cream.
You worked in Tesco's, though. You need to be loyal to Tesco's, don't you?
Me too.
Don't work there anymore.
I did not.
Tesco
I love
buddies.
Tesco.
Yeah.
I miss my discount, to be honest.
Tesco is kind of in the middle, right? If we're talking supermarket, I can't believe we're talking.
Well, Tesco's have everything. They have branded stuff as well.
Yeah.
So that's a genuine. That'd be like our supermarket here. Waitrose and Marks and Spencer. They're like the toffee nose.
So you've got Waitrose, Ocado, and then you've got like Marks and Spencer just below it. I think.
I love Marks and Spencer.
Who's below Marks and Spencer's? Would you say? I feel like Sainsbury's is more expensive.
Yeah,
I'd say Sainsbury's.
Got to be Sainsbury's, and then
Sainsbury's
Tesco.
is above Tesco. Yeah.
Then Asda and Morrison's.
Asda's and Morrison's, yeah.
Asda. I feel like Morrison's above Asda. And Asda.
Yeah.
And then below Asda, Aldi, then Lidl.
Yeah, I think
that's like that. Is that correct? Yeah.
There you go.
There's the high.
You don't realize we have that many until you list them out.
I know. I forgot half of those, to be honest.
This is actually one issue I know a little bit about because I spent a fair bit of time in the UK, so I did get to know the different supermarkets, and specifically because I was seeing my ex at the time, and she lived in Swansea, and then we were in London for a couple of days, and that's when I saw all the Marks and Spencers and all that fancy stuff. And I do have to say, when I walked in there, I felt more at home there than I had felt in some of the other places.
Posh boy.
Yeah. I'm wearing a white jacket, for God's sakes. I mean,
it's okay. It's okay. Us Tesco girls, like, he's basically saying he doesn't feel at home with Tesco. That's fine. That's fine. Posh boy.
I preferred Sainsbury's to Tesco. Tesco, I always. Tesco, I always felt a little bit like I don't know where. Okay,
I
there
don't
are two
understand
supermarkets
people
here.
that shop at Sainsbury's. It's
There's
more
Woolworths and there's
expensive, and
Coles.
the quality is
And
not
Woolworths
as
is
good.
a bit more expensive. Coles is a bit cheaper, but I always prefer Woolworths. I just seem to know where everything is. Whereas Coles, I feel like I'm going to be lost in there for all eternity.
Tesco's
And the
is
brands
very
are always
well
a bit
organized.
weird.
Yeah.
Well,
It's always the wine at
and
the end.
Yeah.
we aren't allowed to have. We aren't allowed to have alcohol in supermarkets here. You got to
Yeah,
go to
no,
a
I
bottle
can't get
shop,
that. You got to go to another shop to go get it.
which
Like a
normally is now
specific
tagged
shop.
right next to the supermarket now. Yeah, a bottle shop. Or if you want to learn Australian slang, Gabby, a bottle-o.
A bottle.
That's a bottle shop. A bottle-o.
I'm gonna get some
Because we
vino,
can't-
some bottle-o.
What is it,
No,
Americans?
Danielle,
We
Vino
call it an
is-
off
Vino is
license.
you.
No, I
Do
feel
you
like
guys
you
call it
guys
an off license?
you add an O at
When-
the end of everything.
When I first heard off license, I thought it was something to do with driver's license, and I couldn't understand why everyone was going to get their driver's license and was coming back with bottles of wine. I got like that. It doesn't make sense.
It goes to the offie. We call it the
Why is it
offie.
called an off license?
I don't know.
It sounds like a
Anyone
driver's
that's
license
watching,
place.
if you want to go and Google why it's called an off license.
Look at
What are
Danielle
they in America?
outsourcing all the work.
What do Americans call the off license? What is it they call it
I
again?
don't think they have it. They just have. They don't
I
even
don't
have
know.
corn
No.
shops, do they? Do they have corn
The
shops?
liquor
Liquor
store.
store.
It's a liquor store.
Yeah,
Liquor store.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what it is.
and
I'm
yeah, we
almost
call
gonna
it bottle
lick
shop.
Liquor
Let's see.
store.
I'm not going to ask Danielle this because I think she'll know. But Gabby or Chloe, let's see how your Aussie is. What's Macca's?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Servo.
Subway.
Servo is a service station for fuel.
Oh, okay.
I told you they add an O at
Oh,
the end
yeah.
of everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Servo.
What's a sanger? A sanger sandwich.
I call it
A sandwich.
You just said it.
No, but what's in
Oh,
the sandwich? What's a
sanger.
sanger sandwich?
Dunno.
SANGA. Have a guess.
Sanger.
Prawns.
Prawn sandwich. No, it's a sausage sandwich.
Sausage sandwich.
Oh, sanger.
Sanger.
Sausage. Yeah. Don't ask me why. Okay. I mean, why is it called an off license? None of this makes any sense. I don't know why we're talking about this, but let me just go back to the comments. Rachel has said, "Hello, everyone." Elizabeth
Hey,
said, "Evening,
Rachel.
everyone."
Yes.
Kev has
Hi,
said, "Adrian is a
Elizabeth.
Waitrose man." What does that
Yes,
mean?
I told you. He's Waitrose.
You're the fancy
Waitrose
boy.
and Marks and Sparks. Yeah, it's like it's the more expensive posh
Yeah.
supermarket.
This
I
Waitrose
actually-
sounds like a weight loss product.
Waitrose. No.
It's like it's a Weight Watchers man. Anyway, okay. Chloe, what were you going to say?
We actually had a Marks and Spencer's like next door to our Tesco. It was like attached to it, and I basically spent all my money in Marks and Spencer. I'm not gonna lie. Their sushi was the best. I just loved it.
That was the thing. I remember now you mentioned that. I would get sushi from Marks and Spencer's because I looked at it and thought this was safe. I can eat it without getting food poisoning. But I wouldn't get sushi from Tesco's.
No,
I don't even know if you sell it.
no,
But see,
you can't.
you're giving me grief that I wouldn't go to Tesco's, and you're like, no,
You
I
used to
wouldn't
work
eat the
there.
sushi from
No,
Tesco's.
the
And
only
you work
thing-
there.
No, but the sushi in Tesco was horrible. Like I love Tesco. Everything's fine there. Everything's branded, but the Tesco's own brand sushi, no.
I've never
Don't
had
go there.
sushi. Well, I don't
It's in
know.
the sandwich.
You've
aisle,
never
like the
had
sandwiches.
sushi.
No, I've never tried sushi. I don't know.
know.
Oh my god. once this lockdown is over, you need to come to London and we'll go to like sushi samba or sticks and
Yeah.
sushi.
Yeah. I don't know why.
But
I think it doesn't look great, does it? But then it looks worse than what it
don't-
actually is.
Depends where you go.
I mean,
Get some
the
dodgy
thing
sushi.
is, there's a lot of different types of sushi, but what? No, not Tesco. Don't. If your first experience with sushi is Tesco sushi, you will never have sushi again.
No.
But I was watching a documentary on Japan, and apparently, like only 20% of restaurants in Japan actually serve sushi. So it's kind of
really?
our perception of what Japanese food is, but it's really not. It's just one.
It's like the
very
dairy Chinese.
small part.
Dairy Chinese.
Don't get me started on dairy Chinese.
I love the dairy Chinese.
I'm going to mute you, Chloe. Elizabeth has said, sorry, Adrian, but agree with Danny. That's fine. I don't remember about what, but okay. And new Adrian would shop at Asda.
Oh.
Isn't Asda the really... I was about to use a swear word. I don't think I would go... I don't think I would go to...
not.
I would... Here's the things that I
More
imagine I would be okay
Morrisons.
buying from Asda.
Yeah, I
be
could see
okay
them at
buying-
Morrisons for sure.
I would buy a bottle of water, a bottled water. I'd be okay with
Water?
buying that from Asda. Or insecticide. Yes, I'm
Insecticide.
Australian. Well, I mean, it kills something, so I don't care where it comes from. Water. Yeah.
Water.
When you guys, I don't know, Gabrielle, if you ever do this, but if you ever start interviewing international guests, you'll have to tell me if you start changing or monitoring your own accent to fit in with other people's. So at the moment, I'm just like, I have no idea what we're doing. So my natural water, that, that accent's coming out. But when I'm on with an American, I'm very specific to say water, because otherwise they'll be like, what did you say? What's water?
Water.
Yeah, I get
Can I
that.
get a
when
glass
it's
of water?
Water.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that I've had to like change the way I say certain words. Like, what was one? Like I say bottle of Coke, but like a bottle of Coke, but some people don't understand what I'm saying, so I'll have to say a bottle of Coke.
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 Coca-Cola.
I like how difficult it is for you to say Coke. You
I
have
can't
to like
do that.
Coke.
Coke.
Coke. A bottle of Coke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of more Aussie slang to I'll have to look this up. In that jacket defo posh shopper and Waitrose.
I could see you more like between Asda and Morrison's. I see you more in Morrison's because Morrison has a better fresh aisle. Like it's like set out more like a marketplace, and they've got a lot more fresh. Yeah, so I see you more shopping there. It was Asda's like covered in plastic.
Put it this way: when I went to America, I was a Whole Foods person. As much as I hate Whole Foods people on the TV, I'm a Whole Foods person. If that helps, okay.
I'm I like a Whole Foods.
There you go. Rachel said Tesco all the way. Adrian, if you ever come to Scotland, I'll take you to my fave dessert place, Black Vanilla. Their cookie dough is to die for. Not literally, I hope, because if cookie dough is off, you can die from it because it's got raw eggs in it. Tesco. Why are you guys so fiercely loyal to Tesco?
You know what? I don't know what Tesco has done, but they've got some loyal. Like I'm a loyal.
You guys working there? They must have given you something.
I worked there for over 5 years, 5.5 years.
I think I've been there nearly 6 years now.
Oh wow! I would have been over 6 now if I had stayed. Oh.
Wow! And you guys are so loyal.
Oh my god! It was
Tesco.
almost 6.
Yeah, we love our Tesco.
It would have been 6 in December if I had.
It's like Walmart.
Never eat sushi
it's the
from
equivalent.
No,
like
no sushi, never.
Everything else but the sushi.
That's really worrying. So what you're saying is we love Tesco, except when it comes to stuff that our lives could depend on, no way are we going to Tesco. That's basically what you're saying.
I think Tesco should just do away with their sushi in general. It can't be doing well. Like that area.
The rice is just so hard. Like, why is the rice hard? It's almost like
cement.
It's
because it's old. It's old and dry.
Don't eat it, kids.
They always say don't eat sushi on a Monday.
Because it's left over from the weekend.
It's left over from the weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're ever going to a sushi restaurant, so for Gabrielle, if you ever want to go to a sushi restaurant, you have to go to a place that has a lot of people going, because it's raw, it doesn't keep. So if they don't have a lot of people going through, they will try and keep the fish, and keeping fish, it goes off, you're done.
Yeah.
But if you have a lot of people coming through, you know it's fresh all the time. So that's a tip. If you ever try going to a sushi restaurant, it's always the same. You want to go to a restaurant where there's loads of people. You never want to go to the restaurant where there's no one there.
Yeah.
Although after lockdown, there are a lot of empty
Yeah, I was about to say.
Eat out to help out, part 2.
No, don't. Well, what are you helping out? Chloe, do you want to? I know you. If you want to do that, I heard
Go
it.
to work. If you can't go to work, then stay at home. If your friends asked to hang out, say no.
Of all the impressions to do, you do a Boris Johnson impression. Gabby does a Scottish impression. I apparently can't do anything, and Danielle does everything. So that's good. We've got an eclectic bunch here. Gabriella, you have someone here say.
Gabriella Jukes is a legend. You're not wrong, pal.
Brad, I think you might be biased, but that's okay. Actually, I was going to ask, he had you on his Instagram. No, you were doing backing vocals, were you?
We did a bit of a sing-song yesterday, yeah.
Because you sing as well, don't you?
Well, I not professionally or anything, but I enjoy singing. But Brad's a professional singer. That's his job. So he always gets me singing along at home.
Well, I think if a professional singer is willing to hear you sing, then that's a good sign. Because if you're not good at singing...
No, he would tell me straight. If it was bad, he would tell me.
Well, most singers do. Because if they got good ears, hearing someone sing badly is actually causes them physical pain sometimes.
Yeah.
So if he's asking you to sing, that's a good sign. Danny, what do you want Lucy to Google?
I can't remember what I asked her. I was just being lazy. I can't remember. Off license.
Off license as the owner has to license to sell alcohol off the premise. Oh, okay. If you have a pub, you have an on license.
On license. Just go to the on license. No.
I use both facilities, although recently I've been using the off license a lot more. Rachel, hey, I'm an Asda girl. Bargains in all aisles.
This is what I mean with Asda. Asda has all the deals, but it's all deals on like the food that's terrible for you. That's why I wouldn't put you down as an Asda person, because I feel like all the cheap food is usually the junk food.
Well, Tesco do that too, to be fair.
Asda girl,
yeah, Tesco do that as well.
Which is why I just always got junk food every day at work.
So what's the difference between Tesco and Asda then?
I feel like Tesco's is more like the medium, like they've got a little bit of everything. Do you get what I mean? They don't have they're like neutral. They're like the Switzerland of supermarkets. They're so neutral.
And
whereas you've got Waitrose, which is like posh. You've got like obviously Lidl and Aldi, which are a lot cheaper, a bargain hunt. I want to go there. Tesco's is just across the board. Tesco's is for everyone. It's universal.
Yeah.
Well, what about Asda?
Asda's more like for...
They don't have Asda and dairy, so...
I feel like Asda is more like bargains that for... They are bargains, but I don't feel like they're very health conscious. They're not very... I think it's quite hard
to stand on there where you can make your own pizza.
Yeah. It's like quite hearty food, comfort food. I always associate with Asda because I always see like crisps on offer and just sauces, packets of stuff on special. If you get what I mean.
Okay.
I don't ever see like much.
Making my own pizza.
I don't ever think to go to Asda to get like my fruits and vegetables. If you get what I mean. I don't know.
All right. So if I wanted to eat to prepare for a pageant and, get in tip-top shape, which supermarket am I going to?
Waitrose.
Tesco. That'd be interesting. We should try that once. For your next pageant, get sponsored by Tesco's. And you have to eat, and we'll see what ends up happening to you. Actually, speaking of, because we are supposed to be sometimes talking about pageants. Gabriella, you're still Miss Wales. That was a smooth segue, Adrian, there. You're Miss Wales 2019. At this point, I'm imagining you're the longest serving Miss Wales.
Well, yeah.
Do you have any pageant plans after you pass on your title?
I definitely do, I think. I'm not ready to hang up my pageant heels yet. But whenever I hand over the Miss Wales crown, I don't know when it'll be yet. So I'm just going to wait for that to come first and then decide after that then, I think. Because by the time I hand it over, it'd be over 2 years, really. So quite a long time since when I was crowned. So I think it's still, maybe next year I might go into something. We'll see.
Woohoo!
Yeah, but I was just thinking, you competed internationally December 2019, right?
Yeah.
When were you crowned?
April 2019.
And it was just so you'd already been like a title holder for a year, and then your handover was literally just cancelled.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You've had a whole other year.
Yeah.
So you're
So
gonna have
it'd
this.
be over 2 years really by the time. Because I doubt it'll happen in April. Hopefully in the summer there'll be the final, but we don't really know at the moment how things are going to be. But yeah, so I'll still be Miss Wales until then. Not complaining, but it'd be nice to pass it on to someone else now.
That crown's going to become a permanent fixture on your head. You won't be able to take it off. It will become attached to your skull. Is there any word, I'm imagining the answer is no, but is there any word on when Miss Wales, the next event will be, virtual or online or in person?
I think it'll be in person, but provisionally I think we're looking at I think it's June or July time.
Summer.
But we'll see. Because the circumstances are changing every day, aren't they? So I don't know. But hopefully they'll be in the summer.
Yeah, by the time that vaccine will be well and truly rolled out, most people will be vaccinated by then.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Rachel, the cookie dough is amazing. It's my favorite thing to eat. Anywhere else I go, it's just not the same. I love Tesco for the meal deals.
Yes. Yeah. Tesco meal deals are the best.
I actually really like a Marks and Spencer's meal deal.
No.
I only get it
to be controversial.
In the service stations. The only time I have Marks and Spencer's, because they usually are in some service stations.
Yeah. On the way
to
London.
With Tesco, The thing with Tesco meal deals is you can get really expensive drinks for the £3 deal. So you can get smoothies that are £3 anyway, and you're getting them in a £3 meal deal. So basically your sandwich and your snack is free. Why wouldn't you get it? I used to have customers all the time that would come in and they would buy this expensive smoothie or milkshake or whatever. They would come to hotels and I'm like, you do know that this is £3. You know what else you can get for £3? A sandwich and a snack. And see what really annoyed me when people were like, nah.
I know.
You could get it and give it to someone.
Yeah.
Why not? People.
You could go get a sandwich and a packet of crisps for free, mate. Go on, treat yourself.
And then sometimes they get really excited about it. They're like, oh, really? And then they would run off as quickly as they can and grab their sandwich and their drink.
Yeah.
The biggest shock of my life, I think I was in Swansea at the time. I was going out for a walk. I was on a pier somewhere and I found what looked to be a nice restaurant and there was a meal deal. And it was a sandwich and chips. And I sat down, ordered the sandwich and chips. And then what arrived? A sandwich and a packet of crisps. That is not what I expected. Nowhere
I bet that
in
was down
Australia or around the world does any restaurant serve you a packet of crisps as chips. That is a no. I have never been more shocked in my life.
That's quite common here. You get a toasty and some crisps.
Never do that in Australia.
Yeah.
Good luck ordering a packet of crisps in Australia anyway.
I quite like it. A little toasty and a few cheese and onion crisps on the side. I think it's great. And then you put them in your...
I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it. I'm saying I go to a restaurant and pay for chips and someone has brought out a packet of crisps.
That place is more like a cafe though. I think the place did it have benches outside?
Yeah.
I know the place that you went. Yeah, that's more like a cafe than a restaurant though. It looks like a restaurant, but what they serve is more like a cafe. Cafe.
You should have told me that, then I wouldn't have gone there, would I? I actually got kind of lost in Swansea, and I didn't really enjoy it because I didn't know where to go. Or I could
The
keep
beach is
finding
lovely, though.
Chinese restaurants that were serving fish and chips. I was so confused. I don't understand it. I can't go to the UK to go to beaches. You guys know this.
Yeah.
No. People were so excited to take me to Mumbles to see the beach. The problem is coming from Australia. We think a beach is a certain way, and UK beaches, let's just say they're different. Okay. Yeah. They're very, I'll leave it at that. No judgment. They're very different. Just don't take a photo of my face when you show me a UK beach, because
what about the Ireland beaches? They're beautiful.
I've never been to, I've only flown over Ireland. I looked out. They said, "Oh, we're over Ireland." I looked at, wow, that's green, and then we kept going. So I've never actually been. To...
We have gorgeous beaches. They're not hot. Well, the weather's never good, but they're beautiful for scenery and stuff.
Well, see, in Australia, the beaches are golden sand, and so you're picturing golden sand.
They do have some
crystal clear blue water, and it's hot, and of course a few sharks in there for good measure.
Sharks where?
In the water. Didn't get me that time, did you?
Crikey!
I'm on to you, Latimer. Shrimp on the barbie. All right, Chloe and Gabby, what's Arvo?
Afternoon. I know that one.
Okay. What does it mean when I say fair dinkum?
Fair dues.
Fair dinkum. Yeah, like fair play. Yeah.
Pretty much. It means something is honest and, what does it say here? Honest and genuine. Okay. We had a prime minister once who said, fair shake of the sauce bottle. I think you can imagine what that means. So, Australian slang for you. Rachel said, I'm not keen on sushi. I'm more chippy fish and chip shop kind of person.
Yeah.
I love fish and chips.
I love fish
That's
and
another
chips.
thing.
You have to have curry sauce on your fish and chips or else you can't eat it.
Chloe.
What? No, get in the bin.
No, I can't
Get in the
eat
skip.
it.
Chloe.
It's too dry.
No.
If I don't have curry sauce, I'm not
No.
eating it. No.
Dry. You don't know who has fish and chips to be wet. Soup is wet.
Me.
Fish and chips are supposed to be crispy. It's not supposed
No,
to
you
be
need
wet.
the curry sauce. It's so
No.
boring. If you
Yeah,
don't
like
have the
so
curry
Like a
sauce.
gravy. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
gravy.
fish.
I can get with the gravy. But I wouldn't have it. No, salt and vinegar all the way. Keep it clean, guys.
Salt
Come
and vinegar
on. None of
and
this
Just
curry.
give me
You
the
need a
fish
curry
and chips.
sauce.
Why do I have to have something on the fish and chips? If you
Because
put
it's too
gravy on it, it
dry.
makes the chips soggy. You put the salt and vinegar on it, burns your tongue off. And curry.
No. Can't handle.
Salt,
Can't
vinegar,
handle the
and
vinegar.
curry. Salt, vinegar, and curry.
No.
Salt, vinegar, and
God.
curry sauce.
Yes, of course. It has to be. That's the
More
only
is
way.
not better. Okay?
Yes,
We can
ketchup,
just
curry.
have fish and chips. By the way, when I was also in Swansea, and Danielle, I don't know, maybe you know where this is, maybe Gabrielle does. I went to world's best fish and chips shop. It was
And
a
you
lie.
didn't like it?
It was a lie.
It was crap.
Just
That's all I'm going to
stale.
say. It was just horrible. I've never been so disappointed in my life. What is Elizabeth saying? This comment made me think of the meal deal walls that... Oh, yeah, I saw
yeah.
that. Kev, talking of food sponsors for Pageants, I shot some heat that was sponsored by Domino's.
Oh.
Hi, Gabs.
Oh,
Gabriella's
no.
had enough of us.
She's
and
like,
I
I've
don't
had
blame
enough.
her.
I can't take it anymore.
Oh my god, I would love to be sponsored by Domino's Pizza. If you're
Oh,
watching,
I was sponsored by Domino's Pizza one year when the first time I ever competed. When I competed in, oh no, was it me that sponsored by them? I know they sponsored a few girls. No, they were going to sponsor me, but I ended up getting a sponsor in the end. But they sponsored about 4 or 5 girls at Miss Bedfordshire.
Wow.
The year that I competed, yeah. So, and then we all had Domino's Pizza afterwards. So good.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
Domino's
I don't-
Pizza in the UK is a lot better. It's also a lot more expensive, but it's a lot better than Domino's here.
It's okay
So
when you get a discount code.
When you get a what?
Discount
Sneaky
code.
discount code.
Or you can't order Domino's on a normal weekday. You have to order Domino's on Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday. You're a fool if you order any other time.
But what for example is the cheapest pizza you could get from Domino's? How much would it cost?
Well, it depends on the size. A large pizza is like
large.
15 quid.
Yeah.
It's like £15.
Yeah, you
It's
see-
expensive.
And if you're
'Cause I
getting
was
two of
going-
those, and then yeah.
But on
If I wanted
Tuesday,
to
you
just-
get 2 for 15 quid. So
If I just want to get a basic pizza in Domino's, not one of the fancy ones, but let's say a cheese and mushroom pizza, $5, which is like £3.
You
Well,
have to
that's
have
what I'm saying,
jalapenos on the pizza. Where's your jalapenos?
In my fridge because of you, Chloe. I have a whole stash of them. I don't need anyone giving me jalapenos. I've got a bunch in my fridge. But yeah, for some reason, your Domino's is a lot more upmarket than ours is, and it's a lot better. So we'll see if Gabriella can come back. Her phone might have died. Or
she might have died, yeah.
Or she might have died from boredom, or just like wondering what the hell we were talking about. Gabs was crowned 2 weeks before we went to Spain to shoot on the 4th May 2019.
Oh wow!
Adrian, have you been to a Cornish beach? I don't know.
There's some
I know what
beautiful
a Cornish hen
beaches.
is.
What's a Cornish
I
beach?
don't know what a.
What's a Cornish pastry? Is that a thing?
No, you mean what they call it? Cornish pasty you on about?
Yeah.
Not
I know what
pastry,
that is.
pasty.
What is that?
It is. It's like a little pocket that holds meat and vegetables in a gravy wrapped in pastry.
Oh, I
quite
hate
like those.
pastry.
Oh, you wouldn't like that then.
Yeah,
The Cornish
I hate
beaches
pie.
are beautiful. There's loads of beaches down in Cornwall that are just stunning, like with golden sands. Newquay is a surfers beach. I used to go there quite a lot. It's beautiful. It's called the English Riviera.
That does actually look quite nice.
Yeah,
That
it's
looks
beautiful.
like an Australian beach.
For some reason, I thought that Kevin was on the group call there because he's just under me.
Might
I
as
was
well
like,
be.
is Gary back? I was like, is Gary back? And I was like, oh no, it's Kevin.
Sea potatoes wash up en masse on Cornish beach.
Sea
What on earth is a
potatoes.
sea potato?
A sea potato.
I don't know.
Still discuss it, people.
Rachel, I'm still
Fry
disgusted at
haggis
people where I'm
and
from
that pudding.
deep fry haggis.
Oh, a
Oh.
black pudding. I like black pudding.
Not deep fry. My dad fries it in a frying pan. I don't eat any of that, but yeah, I think that's pretty normal. Cooking it in a frying pan, though.
Yeah.
I
I'm quite
don't
partial
eat it.
to black pudding. I like it a lot more than I thought I would, given the description of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically a vampire when you're eating black pudding. But
Congealed
I quite like
pig's
the taste
blood.
of it. Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know where
Frozen.
Oops. Sorry.
Hello?
All sorts of issues today. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not me for
I've
once.
just messaged Gabby to jump back on. She might have had some sort of issue over there. All right. Danny and Chloe, whilst we're waiting for Gabby, if she comes back on, I didn't get a chance to ask you how your week's been. So.
Oh.
Anyone?
I
Have
mean,
anything? Chloe, you.
it's not really been a whole week, has it? We last on here
Oh,
on
no, that's right.
Thursday,
On
so
Thursday.
not a lot's
Yeah.
happened. I got some pictures back from Yolanda, which I popped up all yesterday.
Oh, they were
which was very
Oh,
excited.
those. Oh, you two. Oh, God's sakes. Your photos and then Chloe's photos. I'm like, give me a break.
You made
Those
me laugh.
photos are amazing. I mean, like, I love Charlotte Clemmy's photos, don't get me wrong. But you could immediately tell it wasn't Charlotte's photos because Charlotte's photos have such a distinct look.
Yeah.
So anything different, you're like, oh, wow.
Ooh.
And let me bring it up so people can see. And then you can understand why I'm just like, oh, stop. Just like go away.
Completely different styles.
Oh,
They're
for
gorgeous.
God's sakes,
I'm
Danielle.
obsessed. Obsessed.
I can't tell. I can't. Which one? All right. So 1, 2.
I am
3.
obsessed.
What do
I
you
love
think?
them
Yeah,
all.
they're-
They're all so
they're
different.
great
They're
favourites.
all
1, 2, or 3.
all of them. All
What
of them.
guys do you think?
It's
No,
got to be.
I love all of
I
them.
think the middle one for me, without the
I like the middle
crown.
one as well.
I
I
love
think
that
it's
as
just
well.
old school. I was going for a bit of a Elizabeth Taylor vibe there. Clearly, I just love that necklace, and I've had it for years. It's a very rare choker from Kate Spade from their premium collection. It's funny that someone asked me where it's from. I think there was only 10 in the world made. It's absolutely
Oh.
stunning. because I worked at Kate Spade, I got it a really good discount. It was still mega expensive, even discounted. And I've just had it for a while, and it's just one of those pieces in my wardrobe where I just like, whenever I put it on, I just feel like a movie star whenever I wear it, and I don't wear it very often. And I was like, I've been dying to shoot in this, so I got it out. I took it to the shoot with me, and yeah, this picture was birthed, and I just love it. It's channeling my inner Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, I love it. Your hair is incredible as well.
I actually did my hair for this shoot. Yeah, I actually did my hair for this shoot. Now, those that know me know that I am terrible at doing hair. Like, I'm just not, like, I like a sleek, like, I can do that. I can just scrap it back. But pin curls, no, I can curl my hair great, and I just let it down and brush it straight away. Pin curls, however, no. I can't pin to save my life. It all looks a mess. It looks terrible. I tried pin curling that day, and she must have thought, what is this coming to me? I looked a mess. But I took it out, I brushed it all through, and then it was fine. Yeah. In the end. Gorgeous. But you should have seen it when it was all pinned. It looked horrendous. But I'm very blessed that my hair's quite healthy. I don't dye it anymore, so can't go too wrong, really.
Chloe, did you ever recover from seeing Danielle as a blonde on Take Me Out?
No, I just found out about this last week.
Your mind was just like
my mind was blowing. Not only did I see like this blonde Danielle, but on Take Me Out, I was just like, oh my goodness, like crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit mental.
And then I started Googling her, and Danielle was like, Chloe, are you still Googling me? And I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm like, look at this photo shoot of you, look at that photo shoot. You're basically a celebrity. I'm going to be like telling all my friends that I'm friends with the celebrity. And she's like, Chloe, calm down.
Yay, Gabby's back.
Hey, can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
I don't know what happened. I'm on my phone now because my laptop just froze completely. So,
no.
I think this is the worst episode we've ever had for tech issues.
I don't know what happened, but yeah. Here I am.
Out of the whole thing, actually, Chloe's the only one who hasn't had tech issues, which in itself is
usually
I know.
Gabriella, just going through photos of my podcast co-hosts because they both put up photos that just made me roll my eyes
I love
and go,
that
stop.
I love that photo of that.
Yeah. Kev has said that it's number 2 for him as well. So he
number 2, I got a lot of activity around that photo, and when Yolanda sent it to me, she was just like, I'm not sure on this one. Do you like this one? I was just like, oh my god, yes, I love it because I
love it.
The other two are very pageanty, you know, the kind of smiley with the crown on, whereas that is a big part of me. But also I really love the fashion side, the editorial side of obviously being a stylist. I kind of like things that are like not pageanty image-wise. And I was like, no, I love it. But it's still got that old glamour to it. She thinks it's still really pageanty, but I don't think it's that pageanty, to be honest. But I was like, no, I love this shot.
It reminds me a lot of that shot.
Yeah.
The hair in the face.
Yeah, it's quite similar, isn't it?
Hair-wise. I have to do another book just to put you on the cover again.
You can make as many books as you like with all my pictures.
Cover girl.
Just send them your way.
Every time I make a book, I decrease my lifespan by 10 years. Sorry, you go.
I don't like the fact that in that picture as well, there's like a little bit of attitude as well. It's not like... happy smiley. Exactly. It's almost a bit like attitudey.
It's more model. It's more model-esque than just pure pageantry. So I think that's why I like it. And then Chloe.
And then Chloe's bombshell.
Oh, I'm getting all shy.
Yes.
You know when you have to. You've got Gabriella Jukes on, then you have two co-hosts that put up photos like this, and I'm just like. I'm lying here in my pajamas, and I'm like, okay.
Well, me and Chloe messaged me, being like, we have to get Adrian a photo shoot when he comes back to the UK. We do it all Bond style.
Yes, I think he would rock it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, because I kept putting, because Kev, you posted up a photo of Gabby. We can't let Gabby go unnoticed.
There she is.
This
Wow.
photo.
Oh,
Gabriella, do you want to
iconic.
tell us a bit of a story about this shot? Like, when was it? What was it for?
So that was like 2 or 3 weeks after I won Miss Wales, and we went to Alicante. That was part of my prize for winning. Was a trip to Alicante for a photo
Wow.
shoot. So
Oh wow.
yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, I love those pictures.
Oh.
I wish it was
what were
back
you
there
thinking?
now, not you.
What were you thinking at this exact moment?
Where's
Yeah,
my
I don't know.
margarita?
Yes, margarita time.
Normally that's the answer. Normally the answer is either where's my drink or God, I could really go for a pizza right now. That's
Oh, pizza.
normally.
That would be more me, I think. Yeah, I love a pizza.
Margarita
pizza
or
and a cup of
margarita
tea.
pizza?
You can have both.
Margarita.
You can have
I'll
both
take
just to
both.
make sure. Alrighty. Okay. Let me catch you up on the comments. Kev has said definitely not pageant as there is no crown. Looks to me like it could be on a hair colored dye box. Number 2, that is.
Yeah,
Oh wow, yeah.
I see that. Yeah.
Well, when you're surrounded by women like this, you just give up, don't you? I'm just going to turn up next week and just, who cares?
No, Adrian, you step up your
No.
game because women don't.
We're
live like
getting you a
this
photo
without
shoot.
hard work. We step
How does-
each other up.
Yeah, and you're
How
going to
does
do a
one
meal
step up
pageant as
one's
well.
game? I'm
Level
going
up.
to do
Level
meal.
up.
Oh,
Level up. Level up. Level up.
I thought you said I'm going to do a meal pageant. It's like male
No, a
pageant.
meal
Oh, gosh.
A
pageant.
meal.
What's a meal pageant?
A meal.
I-
A meal.
A meal
Male.
pageant sounds amazing,
Meal.
but yeah, I don't need
Meal.
more meals at the moment. Meal. Chloe, quickly, say McVitie's.
McVitie's. I always thought it was
Yay!
McVitie's. I always thought there was an extra J in there
McVitie's.
somewhere. Yeah, that's what I thought
J.
it was.
McVitie's.
Never mind. McVitie's. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, never mind. I'm wrong. I never read the packet properly. My bad.
Okay. Before we go for this week, Chloe, do you want to once more tell us about bread rolls and which ones are which?
The bread rolls are the mini baguettes. They can be hard, they can be soft, but a bap is the big round thing.
Ah.
Big round soft thing.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, that's not a roll, that's a bap, yeah.
Kev has said, thank God my Insta feed. Yeah, I didn't think of that, but that's okay. Okay, so let's wrap that up. Gabriella, do you have anything exciting coming up in the next weeks or months?
Not really, to be honest. Hopefully, I'll be going back to uni in person in the next few weeks, which will be, well, that's about exciting as it gets, really. Traveling to Cardiff, going to uni. So hopefully, we'll be back doing that and just carrying on with my podcast, really. That's the most exciting thing at the moment. But yeah, as much as I can do in lockdown, isn't it? Not much I can do.
Are you releasing an episode a week with the podcast?
Yeah, so we are recording one on Thursday next, and then it should be out on Friday, hopefully. So yeah, we're hoping to get one out every Friday at the moment.
Okay.
But next week we're actually recording 2 in 1 week, so we'll see how that goes. It's quite a busy one. But yeah, so not much going on really other than that.
Well, that's still good. Take it from me. As you do more episodes, you'll work out an editing flow, and it'll become
Yeah.
a lot easier
Yeah.
to the point where you don't even have to think about it. And then you'll probably be like me and want to go live, and I will tell you that's a mistake because you've seen what's happened today. Yeah. But good luck with it. Sounds amazing.
Thank you.
Danielle and Chloe, anything exciting coming up?
Let's have a look at my diary. What date? 1st of February.
Oh yeah, happy 1st.
Oh yeah, just February.
Oh, we've got Miss Teen Cleveland is doing a Zumba class for charity, so I'm gonna get involved on that on Wednesday. Everyone get on it if you can. You know, it's an appearance and you're supporting a cause. So, and then I have volunteering on Sunday, as I always do, the first Sunday of every month. So I've got I'll be down at the Lee Bridge Valley down there, probably knocking down trees as usual.
The bad trees, just to
The
be clear.
bad trees, the bad trees.
It's a
not the good
conservation
trees.
group. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going just down there chopping
Cutting all the
trees.
trees down.
Yeah, no, yeah, we
Yeah.
don't go around wielding axes everywhere, but I missed the December task because I had my shoot with Charlotte Clemmy, and that was the day they were planting trees, and I missed it. So it was a bit frustrating. I spent the entire year taking down trees that shouldn't be in certain areas, and the one day that I missed, they're planting them. Yeah.
Oh,
For Charlotte Clemmy shoot, the things we do, hey?
Exactly. Well, actually they said it was really hard work because they had about 300 trees to plant, and we're a team
Oh
of
my
like
gosh.
5. So that was a lot of hard
But-
work.
Is planting harder than chopping them down? I always would have assumed that chopping them down is harder than planting them.
Not really, actually, because the trees that we take down are quite small because they've been grown in areas we haven't let them grow for too long. It's only a handful of times we've had trouble taking down a tree. But planting, you've got to dig.
Wasn't there one week where you were just covered in scratches?
Oh yeah, that was we were taking. Yeah, that was because of the brambles in the way. I was covered in scratches that time because there was so many brambles in the area, not because of the actual tree.
Just sounds
And I had
painful.
waders up to like here in water because there is where we were taking the willow out of, it was draining the riverbanks of water, and obviously we have a lot of wildlife that live in that water. So we were removing willow that sucks it up, but I had to get to the trees, to the base of the tree. I had to get into the river essentially to take out the bottom of the tree. So and then getting into the river that's when I get all caught up in all the brambles. So yeah, that was, and then I had an appearance straight afterwards, and I had to drive all the way up to like Birmingham or somewhere, and I had to wear a long sleeve dress because I looked like I'd been self-harming. So I had to yeah, I was covered in loads of cuts from that. I had to be like, no, I'm okay, guys, I'm fine. Just, brambles.
Brambles.
so technically, are you a tree surgeon then?
Not. I mean, I could do the work. Yeah, I think I've learned enough over the past year and a half of being with the group, in how to cut back a tree and how to take it down.
I always find that tree surgeon sounds so fancy, doesn't it?
Surgeon, I'm a surgeon, darling.
Yeah, I'm a surgeon, a tree surgeon.
It's quite cool. It's something that interests me. I like it.
I didn't even realise you did that.
Yeah, the first Sunday of every month.
That's
I've been doing it for almost 2 years now.
Gosh.
So
Interesting.
yeah, there's loads of different tasks that we do, and that just tends to be one that comes up a lot. We remove brambles. It's called a bramble bash. Brambles grow like wildfire. It's one of my favourite things to do, actually. I quite like a bramble bash. It's therapeutic. We actually lost what did we lose? We lost something last month. I think we lost not
a
a
person.
No, we didn't lose a person. We lost like it's called a slasher. So what you need to like take out the brambles. We lost one, so we were running around trying to find the slasher for about an hour after the session had finished, because we have to do a count. Yeah, it's like a long one.
Machete.
Yeah, it's a long one.
So if you ever see Danielle out in the wild with a machete hacking away, she's not killing people. She's a tree surgeon, just so you know.
We do train everyone that comes. So if anyone is in the London area or Essex and they want to come down, we teach everyone how to use the tools we have. Because obviously the tools that we use are quite sharp and can be quite dangerous if you don't know how to use them. And we're very lucky that we have such an amazing leader at the group. And Colin teaches us how to use all of the equipment. So if everyone wants to come down on Sunday, they totally can.
I can't imagine anything better than getting a bunch of pageant girls together to tackle the brambles, give them all machetes, let them loose. You can have Gabriella there, you can have Chloe there, you can have Emma Jenkins there. Emma would be good at it. She just has to make sure she doesn't break her foot, and just have at it. That would be a sight to
And then
see.
a little bit.
And with the stuff that we take down, we build like little habitats, because obviously during the winter there's a lot of animals that are now hibernating. So in December, November time, anything we take down, we put in one particular area, and we have little corrugated piece of foam, where the snakes go, because we have grass snakes. They're not dangerous or anything. Grass snakes live in there, and then obviously all different creatures live within the habitat that we've built. We also have bees that we keep there. We don't manage the bees. As a beekeeper that's part of the ranger group. We've got a beekeeper. So yeah, it's good fun if anyone wants to come down. I don't know what the task is this month. I should probably read my email and see what it is. But yeah,
sounds good.
It's good fun. It's good fun. It's good to get down and dirty.
Exercise and venting your stress by using machete to chop things down, mostly trees, but who knows? Then ask Danielle. Okay, Miss Davies, I can see you there stretching. Is your back okay?
Yeah, like the bottom of my back and then my legs are kind of cramping. So I've been like, I'm like sitting here and I'm just like tensing up. I'm like, uh-oh. Like you probably see me getting all awkward and I'm like stretching my leg out. But yeah, I just took a funny cramp in my leg.
Is your heating back on?
Yeah, it's roasting now. I'm like so used to not having heating.
We talked about that when you had disappeared. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah. So basically over the next week, it's my last week of work and then I'm off for 2 weeks. So it's nice to have like a clear headspace, start getting some goals set out, start getting like organized for the new year. And it's just nice to have some time off to kind of focus on things. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the clear headspace and also to try and start exercising again, because basically since Christmas I've just been not very good with that. So hopefully having some time off. Yeah. So hopefully having a bit of...
just reminded me I need to send that video of you, that video to your personal trainer.
No, don't. I'm actually wearing his like sweatshirt tonight, like KD Fitness, Carl Fitness. So I'm just repping him. Yeah, representing, because like I'm trying to stay in the good books because I got called out for falling asleep on my exercise mat. So I'm being like, oh, I was actually repping this week, I promise. Won't happen again. Sorry.
That top would look amazing as you're lying on the floor asleep when your trainer is trying to run you through your paces.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was doing it on an Instagram live so he couldn't see me. So he had like a few of us, like all his clients were jumping on to watch it. So he doesn't know that I'm asleep. Although every now and then I'd be like, Chloe, you okay? And I'm like typing in, getting up and like, yeah, fall back asleep on the mat.
That's motivation for you right there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't take Chloe on as a personal training client because she would just fall asleep on you. All right. Well, thank you to everyone for watching this week. Thank you to Gabriella for making time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Gab.
Next week we will have, well, Danielle will know who this is. We're having Danielle on.
Yay!
Oh.
So this Danielle from Elite, from Miss Pennsylvania.
Wow.
We're going to have two Danielles on next week.
Elite.
So I need to Elite Miss Pennsylvania Earth. I'm gonna have to work out what to do with two Danielles. I was messaging this Danielle going, is it Danny A and Danny L, Danny 1, Danny 2? And then I'll be a little bit cheeky. She suggested the double Ds. So yes, maybe. I don't know about that.
Love that.
But that'll be next week at the normal time of Monday night. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember, Confessions is out. To get your copy from Amazon, head to shaw.b/confessionsbook. And I'll see you next time.